Hello, folks. This is Todd Bailey at Herbal Mana, and today I'm going to talk about a topic that's near and dear to my heart. Actually, I would say that about all of our ingredients that we use. Today, I want to talk about magnesium, and it's an important topic, and I know this because most adults don't get enough magnesium, and that's detrimental to all sorts of things in your body. It's detrimental to muscle function, nerve function, sleep. You really need to have it. So whether you're dealing with post-workout soreness, chronic pain, or you just want to get to where you feel better in your own skin, this might be something that will move the needle for you. Now, there are 10 types of magnesium. There are 2 types that are particularly helpful for managing muscle pain and stiffness. One of those you get with a nice soak in the tub. The other you can get topically, and it's absorbed pretty well. Those types of magnesium are magnesium chloride. That's the one you put on topically, and magnesium sulfate. That'll come in your Epsom salt baths. Studies indicate that over 50% of adults, just the general population, don't get enough magnesium. So they're having problems with muscle function, nerve function. And that's because their diet is poor or simply because of, actually just depletion of the soil these days. We don't have some of the old farmland that produced all of the minerals and nutrients that we would like to see in our food. So we end up with inferior produce, inferior sources of food. And because of that, not enough magnesium. So if you're not getting that in your diet, you've got to figure out some other way to get that in. Now, to make this worse, for chronic pain sufferers, little different audience than just the general audience, little different population. About 75% of us are low on magnesium. And this is a little tough to figure out why. In fact, it's still being studied. Don't know exactly why. Those of us that are in chronic pain burn through extra magnesium, but boy, we do. And if you have chronic pain or even just regular pain, or if you're athletically active, or if you want better sleep, then you might need to be taking a good look at magnesium. And you just need to get it into your normal daily regimen. Jim Rohn, he's somebody I like. He's a motivational speaker and also an Idaho farm boy like me. In fact, Jim grew up on a farm about 9 or 10 miles from where I'm at right now, not far from where I grew up. He said success is more than just a few simple disciplines. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. And that's what we're after with magnesium. You can't just take a whole bucket of magnesium and consume it all at once. You've got to have a little bit. It's one of those minerals you need every day, so we need to find a source every day. And there are a few simple things you can do. A few simple things that can help you get that magnesium chloride, for instance, into your system. And in fact, that's where we want to start. Magnesium itself. There are 10 types, and magnesium for us is the 4th most abundant mineral in our body. And it's not just hanging around for fun. It's got a lot of heavy lifting. It helps with the conversion of food to energy. It helps in the formation of protein. So for muscle repair, soft tissue like collagen that needs the magnesium for that process of forming those soft tissues. It also helps in the repair of DNA and keeps your heart beating in rhythm. So magnesium is really, really important. And here's the kicker. Like I said, we don't get enough because of stress, poor diet, modern farming practices, et cetera. We just don't have enough magnesium. And the result is muscle cramps, joint pain, body aches, and it just doesn't have to be. That's where we start with that deficiency. Topical magnesium can help quite a bit. You might want to just pop a pill, and that can help. You can pop a pill. You just have to be a little careful with magnesium. You can supplement, but if you supplement too heavily, you might end up spending a little more time in the bathroom than you had planned, because it can also have laxative effects if you get too much internally. So there's a balance here. So oral magnesium is helpful. You just want to be careful about not overdoing it. Magnesium on your skin can help without having the excess, the internal, the gastrointestinal surprises that we're not looking for. When you put magnesium chloride on your skin, it can be absorbed right into the muscles, heading down into the joints, bypasses the digestive systems. You're not going to have that stomach upset or those trips to the bathroom that we're not looking for, you just get the relief. But you need to do it every day. By the way, that magnesium can help tremendously with sleep. If you've got problems sleeping, relaxing, having your muscles just chill, then you might be needing to look at magnesium before you go to bed. That magnesium helps with muscle function. And in particular, for bedtime, it helps with getting the muscles to relax. It's an important mineral for muscle to function, to chill, and to sleep. It even helps a lot of folks with restless leg syndrome. That's not 100% of the folks, but a large percentage can have that restless leg syndrome settle down with proper magnesium. Now, not all magnesium is created equally. Got to be careful here. With Herbal Mana, we use USP grade magnesium chloride, pure enough to meet the standards of the United States Pharmacopoeia. That's like saying it's not just good stuff, but it's the best stuff. Now, as far as magnesium, different forms, the magnesium chloride is great topically. Magnesium sulfate is great at bath time. If you want to take a nice soak in the bath with Epsom salt, that can help a good deal. You get some nice absorption. Gotta have some pretty warm water. The hotter the better, actually. And figure you're going to spend at least 20 minutes. It takes that long for the DMSO. I don't want to put DMSO in your bath. It takes that long for the magnesium in the bath to be absorbed. So you just got to have some time. As far as topically, that's where we do get DMSO. So DMSO topically with magnesium is awesome because the DMSO will help the absorption of the magnesium. And that's why we've got magnesium in all of our creams along with DMSO, because we want the DMSO to carry that magnesium into our system so that it can be used right there at the muscles, right there where we need it most. And that is really critical, especially if you're physically active or inactive, better sleep. If you're exercising, you're going to burn extra magnesium. And then if you want your muscles to be able to actually relax and let go, if you have a hard time stretching and getting the muscles to let go and actually relax, that could be a sign that you've got a magnesium deficiency. Topical magnesium, that magnesium chloride, can help tremendously. Start with a little bit, rub it on, make sure you're not getting too much irritation. It can create a bit of an itch. I've got some magnesium sprays that are a magnesium, they call it oil, but magnesium is kind of a funky thing. Magnesium itself, it looks like a crystal, but if it gets any exposure to the air, it can turn to a liquid and it feels almost oily. If you spray that on, it can be awesome. It's going to help those muscles, but it's going to itch a bit. It's going to itch just because that's just what magnesium does. That's why we put magnesium in our cream bases. So we get the magnesium in and we control that itchy irritation that comes with spraying that magnesium. And again, that's something we want to do every day. DMSO with magnesium, it's a great combination. It's a great way to handle some of your chronic discomfort and to get those muscles to just settle and chill and function properly. And the key is every day. You want to be doing it every day. A lot of our conditions are chronic. Well, actually, all of them are to one degree or another. And it's important that we have daily upkeep. I use some of our products, the DMSO products and the magnesium-containing products, a couple times a day, every day, just to make sure things are working, functioning. And it's game changer. It helps me to hurt less and live more. I want the same for you. I hope that I'll take advantage of the opportunities we have with some of our products and formulas, or find another good product formula somewhere else. And if you like this content, I hope you keep checking in, hit that like button, subscribe. I'll keep cranking out some good information, good, useful information. In fact, if you want a particular topic and it's a good fit for what we do at Herbal Mana, I'll produce something for you. Anyway, take care. Thanks for tuning in.